Alright guys, so this is going to be a little, like a heads up, or a little just quick update on the whole situation of being banned on Xbox for a second time, because if you didn't know, I made the first video where I got banned for a profile picture of the Doomer meme. If you don't know who the Doomer meme is, go on YouTube, you saw that, go onto the video, you'll see it. I went onto Xbox, or Microsoft Edge, and shoot pictures of the Doomer, and my profile pictures, my thumbnail for these videos. And yeah, that picture got me banned on Xbox, and this is the second time. Obviously, this is an update on the second video I made talking about the second time I got banned. So the first time I got banned, I got randomly banned for having a picture of Doomer because it was an. And don't ask for the reason why. I think it was because maybe it was the cigarette he had in his mouth, and apparently not. Apparently that might be the reason. I highly doubt it though. I thought it was that reason because he's got a cigarette in his mouth, and I thought maybe they thought it was a blunt or something like that. No, it wasn't. In fact, it is just him smoking a cig. You can see it in the picture. I thought it was maybe because it was depressing looking and edgy, and it wasn't a very nice looking profile picture. Maybe they thought it was sending off eerie vibes. But then Dead by Daylight has eerie vibes. Every other Battlefield's got eerie vibes. Every game has got some dark and eerie, uncanny vibes going for it. And then so yeah, I didn't really know what really was a problem. And again, I remember I only got this picture from knowing it from a video I watched of a music video of it slowed down and reverb that I saw called Molchat Doma Sundo, and it was a Russian group that played the song, and I'd see a bunch of like the profile picture of Doomer himself just playing their music in the background while he's just sitting there in the picture, just walking in a dark night or something like a nighttime or whatever. And I had no idea where the idea of Doomer came from until this video, so that's why it's an update. If you didn't know, recently I did some research as I got up after that recent video of my second ban. Because if you didn't know, I put my profile picture back as Doomer because I was confused why I got banned. Why did my profile picture get banned? The video literally showed there was no actual real proof of you banning me. You didn't tell me. So why should I believe anything any of the reasons they banned me for if they ain't going to show me any proof of it? I mean, they didn't tell me what it was that got my profile picture banned. Unlike when you get a comment where they show you the things you say. And I know moderations can be shit these days because I've seen Twitch's moderation where I watched the Terrorizer play Tomodachi Life, and he got banned for saying Mexican. Mexican, a country, even though he's an immigrant. It's fucking stupid, mate. It's all dumb. People just literally ban people nowadays. These companies ban you for just anything. For the sake of it. For the fucking sake of it. Or because they had a fucking spasm over something like that. It's just fucking stupid, bro. But recently, obviously adding up to coming to the present, after I put my profile picture back up and I got banned a second time, which I'm not that bothered about. You're fucking idiots. I'll just change it again because I don't want to get banned a second time. I'll change it this time. Because clearly, Microsoft has a stick up their ass, which is no surprise. But it's just funny to me because I see other people online, right, with profile pictures of worse things than I had. I see someone had a profile picture of literally a eBay shopping cart of a certified women's toy that vibrates a lot on their profile picture, and I was like, okay, so why is that a profile picture? That's really bad. Why is that even a thing? They never got banned, and that was like, what, 5 years ago? I can't remember the account's name now, but that was a while back. They had a profile picture of that. I reported that many times, didn't get banned. Didn't get banned. Never saw a notification come that let me know that my ban has gone through. Nothing happened. Nothing went through. I was sitting there waiting days to see if anything happened. Nothing came through. Then I saw someone online had a picture of Hitler, which I'm going to be honest, I can understand why that one would get banned. It's a picture of Adolf Hitler, and a lot of people would be offended by it because that person did some messed up shit. But ain't that any different than, having a picture of Donald Trump or having any other famous dictators or, not dictators, or people in the world, like prime minister, presidents? They've done things that's probably they're not very proud of, you know what I mean? Like having a picture of Joe Biden. I had literally Presidents Gaming as a profile picture. I was worried about those were going to get banned because they were presidents and certain people don't like the presidents. But then I was like, Donald Trump should be fine because he's the president. But I know a lot of people don't like Donald Trump, so maybe Microsoft would fucking ban me for that. But no. But having a picture of Hitler because people didn't like Hitler, even though he's a historical figure, got me banned. But I was like, it's most likely understandable to get banned for like the whole reason of that he did some bad shit. But for like joke-wise, it's not that serious. Everyone jokes about Hitler. I had a Minecraft skin of Hitler for jokes. It's just dark humor. But something I feel like Hitler's was more less of a big problem compared to someone having like the Twin Towers or something like that. You know, from that one incident I'm not going to mention, going off or something like that as a profile picture, which would be understandably wrong in so many levels because a lot of innocent people were hurt there. But what I'm trying to say is a picture of a guy depressed with a beanie on and a cigarette in his mouth and looking depressed shouldn't be bannable, whether it's got a edgy background or not. It's just a picture, a profile picture. It's not showing anything offensive. It's not sexualized. It's not violent. It's not showing anything seriously wrong and bad. It's just a guy sad with a sad face, beanie, and a cigarette. Just because people won't know what the memes are. Some people won't even know what it is in general. It still shouldn't be bannable. But and again, that's what I thought. And then I did my research, obviously, looking up on what Doomer is. I don't need to tell you much about Doomer. I mean, if you know Doomer, you know Doomer. But it's pretty much about some guy who's depressed and thinks life is meaningless. And because he thinks life is meaningless and he has a lot of problems and he's very depressed and very, dour sound and doesn't want to really continue anymore, with certain, and doesn't like his life and hates himself, because it comes from a background of that, they just ban you for it. It's bannable. I don't think that's really still acceptable for a ban. There's a lot of game characters that have very sad, depressing, feels like that, you know what I mean, who are very down in the dumps like that. There's a lot of games that show that kind of behavior and vibes, and has that kind of stuff in it. And that's video games. So me having a picture of Doomer on Xbox where a lot of those games exist shouldn't be that bad either. There's a lot of violent stuff like that. You know what I mean? If people are allowed to have songs like Pumped Up Kicks exist in the world, okay, I should be allowed to have a picture of Doomer as my profile picture on Xbox. I'm just saying. I just don't think I think the problem is with Microsoft, they're a bunch of snowflakes as well. I'm not surprised since they literally have LGBTQ profile pictures with the Xbox logo in it. But Microsoft enforcement are some of the biggest snowflakes I have ever seen. I agree. They really are some of the biggest snowflakes to ever walk the earth. If they are so offended and mad to ban somebody for a picture of just some depressed face, a depressed man smoking with a beanie on from a meme, from a bunch of memes that go around, it's just stupid, man. And to ban, and the worst part is, even if it was wrong, and I'd understand if it was wrong, if they actually told me the reason why. But they didn't tell me. They didn't even tell me what I did wrong. They didn't tell me what was I in the wrong for. They just said profile picture and then details. No details. Literally no actual real details. Just tell me that there is nothing really to go off of for details of why. They just banned me for 2 days for a fucking profile picture. There's no it's stupid. And I looked online, why did they get banned for 2 days? And they said because of offensive content that the picture could have. But what offensive content? Some guy smoking? What did he do? What did he fucking do? He didn't do anything. He's just a sad-faced, depressed-looking guy with bags under his eyes smoking a cigarette. And it's not like he's on drugs or anything. He's not. He's just got bags under his eyes because he's depressed. He's a boomer. Or he's a doomer. So, yeah. Because the guy's depressed and thinks life is meaningless and he wants the world to... I got banned for a profile picture because of that. Because of an edgy profile picture. Because I tried to make my account look edgier looking for a bit. Just to go with a different, kind of style. Gothic looking style. Dark looking style. So, yeah, banned for dark humor. And it's safe dark humor. It should be safe. It's not like I'm showing anything vile on the picture. It's just Doomer... face, sad, depressed, something in his mouth. I can see why people would think that's offensive, but I still think you're stupid for thinking that's offensive, because it is not anything that serious. I just feel like the company just overreacted. So, yeah, I got a profile picture that I got banned again. I'm not going to keep dwelling on it. It's just wanting to kind of get this quick little video out. I'm still going to stick to my guns until I have physical proof, or until these companies wake up, stop sniffing glue all day, stop sniffing glue, stop being a fucking crybaby, and actually like balls up and message me next time. Message me like they do on the Xbox Live message, telling me why that my picture is inappropriate and that they've took it down, and tell me why. Instead of suspending me, just tell me they removed my picture from the Xbox. I'm not gonna listen. I'm not gonna take responsibility for it and say it's my fault. Why should I? You didn't tell me the reason why I got banned. You just banned me. You didn't tell me why my profile picture got banned. You just fucking did it. So no, I am not going to change my beliefs and what I believe is right and wrong. I'm going to stick with my guns. I am going to stick with my beliefs. And Microsoft can shove it where the sun doesn't shine. They can put this stick right up their ass, because they pretty much have an ego as big as their dignity. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say about this. So heads up, I found out more research on what the profile picture that I had was about on the character, even though I just literally found it from a bunch of memes. I used to watch of Boys vs. Girls, and from a music video I watched of the character being in the background of it. And yeah, now I've looked up the real thing is, I can see the depressing part about it, but it's still not enough proof to ban somebody for 2 days, whether it is 2 days or not, for the profile picture being a picture on someone's icon on their Xbox. I still think that's really silly, childish, immature, and outright pathetic. So yeah, again, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And yeah, fuck Microsoft.